they would be even more dangerous in the West. But this team is so perimeter oriented. You're going to see guys shooting threes everywhere, and that's where I think it's going to come into play because they don't have enough quality shooters to beat Golden State. They don't have enough quality shooters to beat San Antonio. They don't have as many. So I think the weakness is they're going to be more of a perimeter oriented team than they should be.
We'll see. That's funny because I think their weakness is actually what the next team I'm going to talk about, San Antonio's strength is. I think Houston's weakness is mental toughness, and that's the thing that I think San Antonio has going for them more than anything. This team, you cannot beat them mentally. It's not going to happen. First off, it starts with the coach, and it trickles down to all the players. Starting, as far as players go, mentally tough. Tim Duncan, you are not wearing down Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Even Kawhi Leonard has came in and has the same mentality. You are not going to beat these guys mentally. And I think that is their strength, and that's what's going to catapult them in the playoffs. It's going to rub off on LaMarcus Aldridge. He hasn't had this type of atmosphere. So a winning atmosphere, not only in a matter of the win column, but mentality-wise is going to be great for Aldridge. And I think these guys are going to be tough to beat. Now, weakness for them, it's obviously their age. Really? I mean, yeah, there's some of these guys played ball with Moses in them back in the day, and I'm not talking about Moses Malone. I'm talking about biblical Moses. These guys are old. And another player that people don't talk about enough for me that San Antonio acquired, David West. He gets lost in this mix. But he is another one. If you want to throw the ages out there, he's getting up there. So not only did they acquire some older players, that they have older players, and that's obviously a concern as the season wears along. Obviously, Pop is very smart when it comes to buying their minutes or saving them minutes throughout the season. So I think he'll be okay there. But that's the weakness there is that they are a little older.
So what we're about to do is we're going to take a break, and we get back from the break with myself, Paul, Roz, and Mark, is we're going to go into the best starting five that we can come up with in the division, as well as who is going to win this division and others. This is Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC. We'll be right back after the break.
Southbound on the 417 approaching Lee Vista Boulevard. It is closed due to a bad accident this afternoon. Traffic being diverted off at Curry Ford Road. Give yourself plenty of extra time. Also heavy traffic in the northbound direction of the 417 between the Beach Line and the Curry Ford Toll Plaza due to onlooker delays. If you see traffic problems, call the Safe Touch Security tip line, 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Catherine Davis.
You cannot question Steve Spurrier's commitment to his alma mater because the man said, I have to help out this 19-year-old young man that has an issue to help him and get him off for the front page across the country. I'll retire. He retired to help Greer, for crying out loud.
The Beat of Sports with Mark Daniels.
9 a.m. weekdays on FM 96.9 The Game.
Hey fans, this is Eric Kohler, stadium voice of UCF football. We invite you to tune into EK Sports every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we feature the preferred picks of the week, insured by our good friends at Preferred Benefits Consultants, where it's always fun to pick those games of the week, but never a time to gamble with your health care. Find a Preferred Benefits Consultant at OrlandoHealthExchange.com. That's the letter X, OrlandoHealthExchange.com, and start saving today.
Are you looking for your dream home? Or are you looking to move out of your current home and find the home to start the next chapter of your life? Look no further. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty is your go-to guy to help you with all your needs. Specializing in West Orange County, Lake County, and Ocoee, his goal is to take care of you from the beginning to the end and is not satisfied until the job is complete. Stop by 401 West Colonial Drive, Suite 7, or give him a call, 321-945-6832. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty.
Tickets are now on sale for the event of the year, Cigars and Cars, Saturday, November 21st, presented by the Corona Cigar Company, iHeartMedia, and the Premier Auto Collection. At the Shrine Auditorium of Orlando, Cigars and Cars is an evening to remember with premium cigars, luxury and vintage cars, fine spirits, and samplings from some of the area's finest restaurants. Tickets are limited and available at Ticketmaster and all Corona Cigar Company locations. More info online and a link to purchase tickets tickets at realradio.fm, keyword cigars. Brought to you by Dream Rentals, Great Bridges Jewelry, and ShopShipToShore.com.
What is it that makes a team your team? Tradition, passion, pride. This is why we play the game.
Harris on the drive, rising, firing.
Orlando Magic tickets are on sale now, starting as low as $15. Visit OrlandoMagic.com to purchase your seats today. Pure Magic starts now.
Are you looking for a fun experience on the water with your family? Bring them to the Orlando Water Sports Complex, located off Highway 528 near OIA. The Orlando Water Sports Complex provides an experience you won't soon forget, featuring cable wakeboarding, as well as the Super Air Nautique G23, the world's best wakeboarding and wake surfing boat for guests to enjoy. For more info, visit actionparks.com. That's AKTIONPARKS.com. And tell them Full Court Press sent you.
Business owners, listen up. Give me an I.
Give me an M.
Give me a Z. What's that spell? Incorporation, protection, success. Incorporate your business.
INC. If you're about to start a business, these 3 little letters can make the difference between making a fortune and losing everything. Because if you're not incorporated and someone sues your business, you can lose it all. Your home, your car, even your life savings. That's why Incorporate.com is now giving away a free incorporation guide to all business owners. So you can incorporate or form an LLC in just 10 minutes. Protect your home, protect your car, protect your life savings. Call 1-800-947-2358 for your free 10-minute incorporation guide from Incorporate.com. They don't provide legal or financial advice. They just make incorporating quick and easy.
Incorporation, protection, success. Incorporate your business.
Call now for your free guide. 1-800-947-2358. That's 1-800-947-2358.
Welcome to Late Night Parents. I'm your host, Ted Hicks. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk with game changers in the sports, technology, education fields. We even do product reviews and giveaways. Why, you ask? Because we're all parents. So if you're ready for an up-close and personal look, then you can check out our podcast. New episodes are available every Thursday. Catch us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. That's Late Night Parents. The site is latenightparents.com.
He loves to talk sports. He also loves dressing puppies in clown costumes. Brandon Kravitz and the Sports RX. Weekday afternoons at 3 on the new FM 96.9. The Game.
We are back on Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC. Phone number 407-916-8255 if you're in Orlando, or toll free 800-729-8255. Myself, Paul Myers, Rosalind Ross, and Mark Johnson are here with you on the show talking tonight, and we're talking the Southwest Division.
And speaking of the Southwest Division, I'm going to start with our guest Rosalind, then I'm going to go to Paul, then I'm going to go to Danny on this one. Who do you think out of the division is the best starting five? If you can pick players off any team, who would you go as your starting five, from center to power forward to small forward to shooting guard to point guard? Rosalind, I'll start with you first. Who would be your starting five, best starting five in this division?
I got to go with my guy Conley at the point. James Harden. LaMarcus Aldridge.
The new guy.
And yeah, well, and I'm trying to figure out where I want him. Do I want to throw? Oh, and I'm being ridiculous. Yeah. So yeah, and Marc Gasol. The problem I'm having is at the small forward.
Okay.
I can't. That seems like a weak. You know, as I was considering across the teams, that seems like maybe a weak spot in the entire division. I couldn't. You know, I'm about to throw really Tony Allen in there, who's like 6'4", but
no way.
Wow.
Well, I couldn't do that because that would be ridiculous. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Conley, Harden, Aldridge, and Gasol. And after that, somebody's got to fill in for me. One of you guys got to put a small forward in there.
Wait a minute, Kawhi Leonard.
Help me out.
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was going to say you left out a top 5, in my opinion, top 5 small forward in the league. Yeah.
I love him.
I'm looking, I'm like, what is Roz doing?
I know. Everything else I did pretty good. I'm sure you guys probably want to debate you might want to debate the Conley selection.
You know what? Surprisingly, I'm not. The only person I felt like you could have given there just because of experience and what he can do in the playoffs is Tony Parker. But I actually think you got Conley, especially if he's healthy. So I'm going to go Conley at point guard. The reason the H came out there is because my shooting guard is James Harden.
Okay.
I think that's pretty simple.
I agree.
Again, small forward. I have this guy as a top 5 small forward in the NBA. He is number 5, but he's a top 5 small forward, and that's Kawhi Leonard. Roz, where I think I have to differ from you, Anthony Davis is going to be an MVP candidate this year. I got to go with him at the power forward. And then give me Marc Gasol in the center spot. I can't mess with Dwight Howard.
Well,
I can't. No one can mess with Dwight Howard.
My starting 5 is a little bit different. Our producer Chris Vasquez was like, "Where's the love for Winter Park's own Chandler Parsons?"
Yeah.
Orlando's own Chandler Parsons. He doesn't crack the starting 5, but he is on the second team. There we go.
Yeah, I would give him second team. I'd give him second team.
He's second team all division.
Definitely.
My point guard's a bit different. I'm taking Ty Lawson at point guard this year. I think Lawson will bounce back and go back to the top.
Really?
Yes. I think Lawson basically
disgusted her voice.
I know.
No, not at all.
I think Lawson bounces back to where we saw Ty Lawson in Denver. I think he finally gets his head on straight. This is the best team he's ever been around.
Absolutely.
And I know he's had issues off the court, but you cannot be dumb enough to blow this situation that he has. He has a great team around him. You have James Harden who's going to take the pressure off of him for being the guy.
He doesn't have to be the leader.
No,
right.
he can really be a third fiddle because you have Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
And your job is to make sure that you get the ball in the hands of Ariza in the corner. You make James Harden happy as possible. You knock down shots. You get the ball in the hands of Dwight Howard. And you don't have to be that guy all the time. So I'm taking Ty Lawson over Mike Conley. And the only reason I'm saying over Mike Conley is that for some reason – something scares me Mike Conley this year. I think because of the contract year, I don't know if something were to go wrong. I don't want to jinx it, but I just don't. There's something about Mike Conley this year. I'm not feeling it compared to most years. Shooting guard.
Hey, let's not jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Shooting guard is easy as James Harden. If it's anybody else, I mean, who am I going to take?
Wes Matthews.
Wes Matthews. I mean, I much like Wes Matthews, he's not there. Eric Gordon.
I know she loves Tony Allen, but that's not even a question.
If it's a defensive contest,
please.
I'm taking Allen.
I mean, no, I was gonna throw Tony in the 3, but James Harden. I mean, he finished second at MVP voting.
Yes,
so
no question, right? Yeah.
We can't be ridiculous.
Small forward's easy.
That much of a homer.
Small forward's easy. It's Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
And that's the easiest one of the entire division. Power forward Anthony Davis. He's the MVP of the league in my opinion. There's even more than LeBron, even more than Kevin Durant. He will win the MVP trophy this year.
That's a bold statement.
I've been saying this all summer, and he's going to win it. He's just the best player in basketball. Yeah, I'll call it now. Sorry, LeBron. And yes, I'll wear your shoes in the process as I'm saying this, LeBron. So, LeBron, if you're hearing this, I'll put on your LeBron James shoes and say in your face, Anthony Davis.
Look
is the best
him in
player
his
there.
eyes, right?
I will stand like I'm only 5'10" and a half, but I will stand on my chair and look at LeBron James' face and say, I will take the unibrow first. And the center, you got to go with Marc Gasol. Hopefully that people will say he's a top 10 player in the entire league because numbers don't equivalate what he does. I mean, he's basically, if you look at the entire grit and grind and the hard and hustle of the Grizzlies, he is outside Tony Allen the centerpiece of this team. So I'm taking Gasol. Marcus, on you.
All right, I'm gonna start with center first. I'm going Marc Gasol. Pretty much easy for me. Anthony Davis at the 4, Kawhi Leonard at the 3. But let me throw this in there. If this was a game against the New York Knicks, I'm taking Matt Barnes because I think Barnes will have an all-world game that night. I'm talking 10 steals, 10 blocks,
10 punches
rebounds.
in the face.
He's going to
10 ejections.
Right?
Yeah.
and get a few technicals along the way, and then you're going to have to put how like in hockey you have those glass boxes where the players come out. Derek Fisher would have to be behind that.